Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day.
And he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now Bernard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
McCann's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Jags have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The Panthers at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 41, Lance. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Lance now on first down. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jeremy Chin puts it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And the Jags grab it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
He'll try again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Again, it's Lance.
Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on second down. Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's all. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Second down and goal. Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Fielded at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Lance now on first down. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Jags grab it. The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. Return for a Jacksonville score.
McCann for the point after.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick, 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They'll drop the throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it. And this time he is in. Yes. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To try again after the sack. Corral. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Corral with it on 1st down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
To throw again on 2nd down. Corral. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's Corral on first down.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
He's got Anderson on the slant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Throwing here, Corral. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 71 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Corral.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll buy some time right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll roll him out right. Again, he finds more.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. To the air again with Corral.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Corral looking to throw.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Trayvon Walker
dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth down, here's Corral. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 9 now. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there. And now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. On now, Tucker McCann from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McCann's kick up and good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Corral. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Corral. And pass complete to Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Play action, Corral.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
One final play for Corral.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can
Get
so with
this
their heads
scrub out of
by
here.
by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jags, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on